So guys, I finally have the iPhone 10. The day is here. November 3rd, the iPhone 10 launch date is here. I had to pre-order this thing a week ago. I had to get up at 3 a.m. So I'm definitely excited to test this thing out. Actually just get my hands on it for the first time. I've never held the iPhone 10. I've never seen it in person. I've never even held a dummy device. So this is just a very brand new experience. And I want to get started right away, but I just want to point out that I haven't really been this excited for an iPhone unboxing since the original iPhone. Like, the original iPhone was revolutionary. If you compare it to what came before, like Windows phones, Blackberries, it totally revolutionized the way that we use smartphones. And the iPhone design has just been stale ever since. But the iPhone 10 finally changes that. No longer can I say that iOS or iPhones look ancient with the huge bezels. Like, you can't lie that this is a very modern device. But let's get started, of course. This is the leather case. We're gonna unbox this too, but we'll save that for last. And you don't even need an unboxing knife. There's a tab right here. You just take that off. It just slides right out. And then here it is. Designed by Apple in California. Stickers, of course. Some legal mumbo jumbo. And actually a little setup guide that I think will be kind of helpful, just because it does mention how to use the new gestures. There is no home button. So the familiar iPhone feel that you probably have had for years is gone and is different. So I'm actually going to save this and use it for help. But I kind of know the gist of things. And here is the iPhone itself. Wow. We'll get to that in a second. Underneath is just the normal stuff. And just keep in mind that this doesn't do fast charging or anything. If you want that, you have to spend some more money. You have to get a USB-C to Lightning cable plus a charger that's designed for MacBooks, basically. But personally, me, like, I don't need a Lightning charger, or I don't need a fast charger, because I just plug it in at night, or I'll plug it in the car if I really need to. So this will be perfectly fine, and it'll add to my collection of like a million other Apple devices and Apple cords. And really underneath is just all standard stuff. You've seen it before, it's nothing new. The shock of having this little dongle should be over now. I personally use wireless headphones for everything. So we're gonna set all this to the side. Oh, and this is the 256 gigabyte model. I've always had like smaller sizes. I've never really spent the money on the extra space, but the iPhone 7 Plus I have is 32 gigabytes, which I have been super frustrated with that lately. So 256 should be really good. And here is the iPhone 10. It feels really small in my hand compared to the iPhone 7 Plus, which isn't a bad thing. But I know you're all waiting for this. I'll put it close to my mic so you can hear. That's amazing. Oh, wow. Like, just for, like, literally first impressions ever seeing this thing. Like, you can tell it's, because this is the space gray model. You can tell it's not completely black. Like, when you look at the black on the front, the space gray on the back is a little bit different. And then the stainless steel sides, of course, they match as well. So I'm turning that on. While that's booting up, let's get out my leather case. I've never used like cases for my phones, but I figure since the back is glass, I normally don't drop my devices, and I know this won't really protect it, but what I'm really curious about is just using the leather case, because this is the saddle brown leather one made by Apple, and I've seen pictures where it ages really well, and I just want to see how that works. And I just love how leather, like, they all have their own unique look after a while. So I'm going to put that thing in right away. Even though I hate to put it in a case. I mean, obviously, the look of it is a lot different with the case on. Some may even think that the saddle brown doesn't really go too well, like with the black. Like, they'd probably rather to get like a gray or maybe a dark blue case. But I think also it will look better in time when it gets worn because it will get darker. Okay, so we finally have Face ID ready to set up. This is like one of the flagship features of the iPhone X. So first we just gotta get started. So you just have to move your head around and it scans it. And you can see like you can go back and forth. So you don't have to go in a complete circle if you don't want to. Second Face ID complete. It is set up. As you can see already, like, this thing is a fingerprint magnet. But it's also really beautiful. And as you can see, like, depending on the way you look at it, if it hits the light just right, like, it's more of a gray, but then when it gets darker, it resembles black more. So it definitely captures the light. So this is the first time me in the device. It's honestly unreal, the display. Like, it's OLED finally, so I can really tell the blacks look darker. And not to mention just the bezels are gone. So just comparing it side by side, like to the iPhone 7 Plus, like just look at it. First of all, it's smaller, so it's more comfortable in my hand at least. And like the bezels are crazy. Like the bezels on the iPhone 7 Plus are as big as like the whole row of icons at the bottom. And of course, since there's no home button, if you want to go home, you just swipe up like that. Very easy. And to pull up Siri, you just hold down the power button. What's 1 plus 1?
2.
Don't get smart with me. And of course you can't get to the control panel anymore at the bottom because that's how you go home. So the top is where you get everything. So if you drag down from the left, you get your notifications, or from right here. You can kind of see either way. Either way works, the left or the middle. And then if you want the control center, it's just right here. And then there's everything. Which I'm actually really curious to check out the portrait mode on the front facing camera. So this is like a very weird angle just because I have all this stuff going on. So let's see what happens. Like I'm holding onto the tripod. Let me get a little bit closer. And then of course you can go in after the fact and change the different lighting. Being right by the tripod is like really messing with it. So you really wouldn't want to do that. Okay, let me be more serious and take a better one. Okay, so here's the picture I took. If we hit edit, you can change the portrait lighting effects. So there's natural light, studio light, contour light, yes, and stage light. I mean, heck, like at first glance, like that's pretty good looking. And it's from the front facing camera, so you're definitely gonna step up your selfie game using the iPhone X. And of course, it wouldn't be an iPhone X unboxing without commenting about the notch, which to me, it's like not really an issue. It's just there. It's not bothering me. I don't have many apps downloaded yet, so I don't really know how it looks with a lot of different apps. And that's gonna just have to be commented on in my, first mini review, maybe like a week later, 2 weeks later type of thing. But yeah, so far it's a really great device. And it's just the perfect size for me. I have smaller hands. Again, compared to the iPhone 7 Plus, it's so much smaller. Again, you can see all the fingerprints that it's gotten already just from holding it for a little bit. So I'm going to put it back in its case. And I haven't showed you the up close look of the saddle brown leather case. And I mean, I personally like it. It does look a little bit jarring with the like lighter leather color, the lighter brown color at first. But like I said, over time, I think it's going to darken and it's going to look a lot better. And Face ID is so quick, within seconds of looking at it, it unlocks. And you can see it locks every time you turn the device off. It doesn't have like a timeout. So I mean, that's pretty impressive. Okay, and obviously we have to send an emoji because this wouldn't be an iPhone 10 unboxing without doing so. So all you have to do is just go here, and they're all right here. Obviously I want to be the poo. And you just hit record. Oh my god, this is my first emoji. Y'all should feel so grateful. Or I mean an emoji. Ha 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 ha. Oh my god, this is my first emoji. Y'all should feel so grateful. Or I mean an emoji. Ha 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 ha. I really don't see myself using these very much at all. They're just kind of gimmicky, but they are cool, but I won't see myself using them. So guys, that was my iPhone unboxing and first impressions, but where the fun comes is my next video. I have a box full of stuff that I'm going to use to help me test out the Face ID. I have wigs, hats, more colorful wigs, beards, sunglasses, face masks, more face masks, all kinds of stuff in here. So if you want to see how good Face ID works, if we can trick it, definitely be subscribed to this channel. If I've made the video already, I'll link it right here. If not, be patient, it will be up very soon. That's all I gotta say about that, guys. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.